I mean, saluting our sisters, what a great theme, first of all. I do think there is something about, as black women, we often kind of bear the brunt of everything and are the people running around and holding everything together and looking out for other people, but we don't often get the recognition and we don't often get the credit.
I think for too long, black women have been denigrated in society, and I think it's time that we shout about them, champion them and platform them and celebrate them for the great things that they do.
And I know in organisations a lot of black women do struggle in terms of progressing up the ladder and kind of having those connections with senior leaders in organisations. So having an opportunity to kind of shine a spotlight on black women and what they're doing, both in terms of historical figures, but also, you know, black women in terms of colleagues or people working in organisations, I think is brilliant.
When I first started my business and my event management business, a lot of the time I will go to meetings and I would be completely ignored, and the assumption was that my white employee was Trudy and actually was in fact the CEO.
One of my biggest almost like survival techniques was actually just to be very blinkered and not actually focus on discrimination and prejudice and things like that, and just really get on with doing the job.
As black people, we have to do this thing where we code switch and we're not entirely ourselves in order to fit in and to suit other people, and we assimilate. And there have been microaggressions and I should have said something, but instead I decided not to, and instead I decided to keep the peace.
But I think the older that I got and being an advisor and a bit of a mentor to some people in careers, I realised actually there are these challenges. And so what can I do to help other people navigate, you know, progressing up through organisations?
Now I have a bigger platform, so I feel like it's incumbent upon me to speak about some of these issues that other people may face who are not actually confident or who don't have the platform to speak about these things. My first ever mentor, I would say, would have to be my mum, who is just an incredible black woman, 7 children, in a city, single parent, worked very hard. I really kind of watched and understood what hard work can do and how to manage a family and how to shower people with love and how to speak to people correctly.
I count myself to be really lucky actually. I have had some amazing mentors. For me it's been a game changer in terms of people helping me in my career.
Why make mistakes when you can learn from other people's mistakes? Why not get advice from people who have gone before you?
They haven't always necessarily looked like me or been the same gender. And recently actually somebody said to me, it's going to be really hard for me to find a mentor or sponsor because there's nobody in the leadership team that looks like me. And I said, but who said they've got to look like you? Sometimes you've got to find those mentors and role models, and they may not look like you. You know, there may be a different ethnicity, different gender, especially for black women.
Not only am I a mentor, but I also get mentored. And I think for me, when I was developing in my career, I was suffering from imposter syndrome. I didn't think I was good enough. And actually my mentor at the time was like, you are good enough, and kind of in some ways spoke life into me and pushed me to start my own business, pushed me to go out there and network, pushed me to get work, and also helped and supported and gave advice along the way.